welcome back, my friends all. The thing won't focus on me. To another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. Now, this is the Raptora. It was made by Billy over at Apex Alchemy. It comes to us by way of Bob, the Knife Junkie, one of the best dudes in this whole damn knife game. Love Bob. And Billy ain't half bad himself. We all love Miss Courtney. So, Billy and Courtney from Apex Alchemy. Billy is the maker. Bob sent it to me. We're going to do this one in the moment. Now, this one came used. I have been using my Work Sharp field sharpener. But I'm going to do this one. We're going to do some of our standard stuff. But I just want to talk to you about it as we go. The steel is 15C 28N. I believe that's my micarta handle scales. This thing feels great in hand. I'll have to pin a comment with the dimensions, but that's okay. I like doing that too. It just feels good, man. This is a feel-good vibe work knife. 15C 28N. You can see it's got a slight forward cant. I like that choil right there. I've used this a good bit at work. So, was it sharp? We'd have to ask Bob. I've put a good working edge on it. But again, shout out to Bob, the Knife Junkie. Shout out to Billy and Courtney from Apex Alchemy. Let's go test this thing out, son. It's not if you stand it up straight, you see from here to here straight, right? But it has a nice it almost feels like a pistol in your hand, but it's not that extreme. So for slicing, extension cord, things like that, things that you would do at work. It's easy to hold. The spine is rounded. I like that. So any kind of grip like this you can do. If I want to come down with an old man fencing grip, you can do. And again, man, big shout out to Billy and Miss Courtney at Apex Alchemy. Big shout out to Bob over at the Knife Junkie, who is just an awesome, awesome guy. This one is different in that it's been used a good bit. And Billy is just starting his journey into knife making. The thing I respect about Billy is this. He started making some knives, and then he sold a few, and then he just stopped, said, I'm not selling anymore until I dial it in. That I respect. I respect his take on it. And I'll be honest with y'all, Billy is one of the more thick-skinned guys in the community. He wants feedback. He wants constructive criticism. He wants that kind of stuff. That's the kind of guy that I can get behind. I'm putting a lot of force for a reason and just kind of coming down. This is an old dried out piece of wood. My hand's not sore. I don't have a hot spot here, right? The knife is 15C 28N, micarta handle scales. You can get it really sharp. I sharpened it up some because it was used. But right here, just like this, and let's just go for, I know sometimes y'all wished I'd move on from something. But one of the reasons I do things like this and stay maybe a minute too long on it is to see, will it develop a hot spot? Can you use it? I've actually used this at work a bunch. Let me get back to this. Can you get the height there, Kirk? Does that got it the whole?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. I've used this knife at work a good bit. And I've actually just really come to enjoy it. And let's just be real. Opening boxes, zip ties, things like that. The damn thing's handy. Again, for me, and I have to be careful here, for me that's comfortable in hand. But is it functional? Let's do this video and find out, because a knife can be comfortable in hand and it takes some skill set to work. And if you've ever been in that situation, you know what I'm talking about. I've got a couple of knives that I adore holding. But when you try to use that sumbitch, you find out real quick, you've got to make adjustments, you've got to move your hand, you've got to do, and sharpness does not play into that at all. You want to get me some zip ties? So I do see this as a work knife. But again, you can use it as a camp knife. Now, he does have a tip on here, and I'm just a guy, I like that point. I like having that point. Is it necessary for everything? No. But I like the option of having it. So good job there. Let's see what we got here. And guys, on a different note, Bob, over at Bob the Knife Junkie, I have mad respect for that guy. I've actually got to meet him when we went to Blade Show. He's the real deal. Just a super nice guy, super knowledgeable, and has one of the best podcasts out there. If you haven't checked out Bob the Knife Junkie, please do that. Billy's on an episode. I'm not sure which. If it's already aired, I'll put it in the description. But Bob is just, I mean, this whole video I could title Real People in the Community. Use Bob, use Billy, use Miss Courtney. They're all super, super folks. And the thing with Billy having thick skin, and I'm not a channel that bashes shit. Y'all know that. Some of y'all get irritated with that. But even if I said, hey, Billy, and let me throw out another guy in this community that I respect a ton, Sawtooth Dave. Because Sawtooth got one of Billy's knives, and he sent him a video. This is what's wrong with your knife. Billy asked him to make that public. That's one, Dave being a real friend saying, hey, these are things you need to work on. That speaks highly. So there's a lot of character going on in this. Sawtooth Dave's got a hand in this. Billy made the knife. Bobby over at the Knife Junkie. Miss Courtney has to put up with Billy. That in itself ought to be an award. See, I'm trying to get both of them in there. Got them. Ooh, and I cut that off too. Guys, I'm going to mention it every video. As many of you know, Randy from Randy's WSG has passed away. He passed away this past Saturday. I will put a link in the description, and if I don't, please tell me, because I'm not sure when this one's going to pop up and air. Slip Joint Sawyer has started a crowdfunder thing. I have donated to it. If you can help with funeral expenses, that would be amazing. I know it's Christmas. I know things are tight. But Randy's mom, Miss Joy, is just absolutely awesome. We love her, and if we can help her in any way, let's do that. Certain knives, man, you review certain ways. Certain knives you slice and dice. Now, I'm going to spend a little time over the Christmas break putting an edge on this thing, like getting it super sharp, and we'll do a little slicey video. But right here, dude, we're just kind of beating the hell out of it. And again, real life stuff, I really don't baton a whole lot. Maybe a little, smaller pieces. But for the video, you want to see how the heat treat is. You want to see all those kind of things. Do the handle scales stay on? Does the blade chip? Does it roll? Does it do anything like that? It's kind of a low grind, so you're not super high up. So you got kind of a lower grind there, so it can take some of this punishment. Now, full disclosure, I don't know that it's got enough edge to go through the sandblast hose, but let's find out. We still got pretty good vision on it, Kurt?
Yeah, man, you're good.
Okay. So, now again, a lot of pressure is being added here, but it's not uncomfortable. Now, you would want it sharper, right? And that's me. That's not anything, because I told Billy I'd sharpen it up, and I will before it leaves here, but I wanted to give you guys kind of a look. And we'll put a little bit of pressure, because it is cutting it. But let's go on through it. Here, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll stick it in. And then we'll kill two birds with one stone. Now what this will do, right here, I can promise you, is whatever sharpness it had, we probably just took out of it. And that's all right, we'll put it back. We'll thin this out a little bit. Skin and sandblast hose, huh? Y'all can see that reinforcement right there too. We talk about that a lot, but I don't get to show it a lot. So you see that's reinforced 4-ply sandblast hose. And again, a lot of pressure, no hot spots. I like that. Now, in all fairness, my hands are somewhat dead from my brilliant life choices, but still, I mean, they still, you know, if it's something that'll hurt them, they'll hurt. There it is. There it is, there it is. Now, again, this thing was dull as butter when it came to me. So you could get through it. I will sharpen it up. But it cut, I didn't know that it would cut through it. Even taking a little off, let me give you all better. See, that's a 1-inch diameter. Boom, boom. You see, what do you think that thickness is? Quarter? 3/16 quarter?
Yeah, it's a little bit better than a quarter.
So, I mean, going through that, I think we got a winner. What I really want to do is take some real time. And look, it's not a super thick blade either. So I want to take some time, get it sharp. We're going to do the Donnie B All Day drop test. Throw it at the stump test. I don't know how that'll hold up. We'll stab a couple pieces of tire. And then so it drops dead nuts. I really didn't expect that. That some of it's dropped straight now. Now, Billy offered to send me a sheath with it, and by the time we all got around to it, it was just no. But Billy, if you'd put in the comments what kind of sheath you're sending with these when you get back to it. And again, just holding a knife like this. Little woodpecker chop in there. There we go. You knew old Scabber was going to come in hot with something. Okay, so it's not a thrower. There it is. There it is. It's just not a way back thrower. My eye floated. There we go. Now, at no time, and I'm being honest with y'all, these scales are pinned on. There's no slip. There's no rough. There's no coming out. Not bad. Billy, I'd carry it, son. Go ahead. All right, the Raptora, really digging this thing, man. I definitely think I'm gonna sharpen it up. And here's what this tells us. Now, if you'll watch here, it's got a pretty decent edge still. Well, I do that every damn time. Parts of the edge are still pretty sharp. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to cut paper to be sharp. It really doesn't. So I think what I'm gonna do is sharpen this one up. Now, I've got 2 more from Billy, the amygdala, 2 variants. I think I'm going to sharpen this one up and maybe come back and do like a tri-stick or something. I really like the way this one feels in hand. But Billy from Apex Alchemy, brother, thank you for letting me check this one out, man. He's a brother in the blade. Check out Apex Alchemy. Check out the Knife Junkie. Love Bob, love Billy. Here's the deal, guys. There was a time in this country where 22 bets a day took their own lives. Now, we're at the holiday season. That number's going to go up. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Vets, we love you. Man, you have a place here. Guys, I back the blue. Not always popular, not always easy to do, and I don't shove it down your throat. Just something we do here. I have my reasons. Finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. The Raptora. Y'all go check out Billy and Miss Courtney at Apex and Bobby over at the Knife Junkie. I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gone, son.